BYU recently approved the startup of the BYU Fashion Association. The association is an organization that helps students network and interact with industry professionals. Universe Live reporter Dylan Eubank takes us to the association's opening social to give us a look at the group's latest styles and trends.
So if you come to these events, all of you guys are swag. So I'm the president and founder of the Fashion Association here at BYU. We just really got approved this month. It took 3 months to get it approved. For me, on my internship search, there were a ton of different companies that recruited from BYU. But for what I wanted to do, I wanted to work in the fashion industry. And I feel like there were a lot of connections at like consulting firms and CPG companies. But as a BYU student, there weren't a lot of like connections to the fashion industry. For me, I'm like, there's not a clear path as a BYU student, so why don't I create that? So we're trying to bring industry in and having guest speakers come here so people can learn more about that industry.
Help us know how we can put our resume.
But most importantly, network within it to hopefully, get placed more here at BYU.
A lot of students are interested in this generation in finding jobs that really fulfill a passion, not just collecting a paycheck. I think there's a real opportunity to be able to find connections into an industry that they're passionate about. And so the students I know are going to be very proactive in making connections with organizations in an industry that BYU hasn't necessarily been deeply connected to in the past. These students could be a really positive influence in an industry that might not always seeing as being completely aligned with BYU, and so this will really open up a lot of doors for students. But it's one of those things where it's not just going to be handed on a silver platter. They need to come and be involved and make sure that they're really taking part in the events, networking with the speakers, because I know the presidency is really going out of their way to bring in some really top-notch people.
Thanks, Dylan. The BYU Fashion Association will have multiple events over the course of the semester with guest speakers from industry professions. Check the association's Instagram for more information about those events.